by design? Did you want to see progress in terms of that kind of problem solving and kind of that?
So you obviously you're absolutely correct. First half, two inverted wingers. Um, when we play with George and Cade, obviously one inverted winger. Cade then plays from the right on his and is right footed. Um, for me, we still had width. We're never a team that asks our fullbacks to just go straight forward and go high and wide as we start to play. We still use our fullbacks in different ways, and so that part was pretty consistent with everything that we've done most of the year. I thought for large stretches of the game, our football and our flow, our tempo, our fluidity, our ability to play to probe, to play from side to side, to play inside, to find different ways through them and around them. I thought a lot of that was pretty good. The second goal that we score is excellent. The third goal that we score is excellent. Obviously, when you play against a team that for most of the game now defends with a back five and a lot of guys in and around the box, then yeah, spaces get tight. And so the challenge at that point is to, even against a low block, find the right ways to play, find the right little seams, the right little windows, and then have the quality to go with it. And I thought there were a lot of really good moments. I thought our ideas were really good, and we continue to, again, every single game try to take our football and our ideas and make it all that much better.
Next go to Sean.
Hi, Michael. Mascara and Benedetti got some solid minutes under their belt tonight. What do you make of their performances, but also their overall development?
I think I thought they both had really good games. Excuse me. Generally speaking, we are very pleased with the progress that they're making. Obviously, they were really important parts of Red Bull 2 last year, and they are a part of a bigger group of younger players that are now getting their opportunity day in and day out to be first team players. And the path for every young player is a little different, but we're really pleased with both of those guys. They have excellent mentalities, and they each have a profile that is a little bit unique in terms of left-footed, some of the football that they can provide. Sanjay, as you mentioned, Rafa's ability to play from the right and now receive balls and move inside with the ball in his left foot and see different passes to be able to dribble inside. That part is a really useful quality.
Next to John.
Yeah, I could.
No, sorry.
Hey, thanks, Coach. John Phillips, Pittsburgh Tribune Review. Julian, really nice game tonight. I mean, what he's done for your club this year, just to start the season. Can you talk a little bit about tonight? You mentioned how those two goals, the second and third goal, were beautiful. A little bit more on that, and just what it's having him for. What will be your season. He's already got 5 goals to lead your team. I just want to kind of get a little more thoughts on him so far this year.
Yeah, Julian is making big progress. He's been a really, really important player for us, and you guys, many of you guys have heard me say it. It's not just the goals. His ability to lead our press, to set the tone for everybody in terms of how aggressive we can be to step up and go after the other team, the chasing and the sprinting that he does to make the game really, really difficult on the other team. He chases midfielders from behind. That part those things go unnoticed. Obviously, the part then for attacking players is they want to reward themselves with goals, and Julian has done a really good job of understanding how we want to play, the different ways that we want to be able to create chances, the different ways that we're asking him to be able to move in and around the box so that he can score goals for himself and also set up goals for others. So he's going in a really good way.
Next to Voss.
time, Coach. Vostok Radio. Just wanted to ask you about Forsberg. He had a real captain's performance today, had a goal and assist. And can you just expand a little bit on the importance of him leading this young team, especially in a competition where it's win or go home, and the confidence that gives the team going into an away match a few days from now in Montreal, would decide that you can try to get that win against them now in their field.
Emil is a fantastic leader. He sets such a good tone every day with the way he trains, with the way that he treats his teammates. Obviously, he still provides so much quality, so much football, and so in our group, he's so important. And so when we were thinking about how to put the lineup together for this game, yeah, there was a moment where we thought it might be a good night to give him a little bit of a rest, but we quickly felt like we needed him on the field, especially at the beginning, to set the right tone and to make sure that we got off on the right foot in the game. And so when I spoke to him yesterday before training, he was, like he always is, really excited to play and ready to lead by example. So we are really lucky to have Emil and his leadership and his quality.
Next, go to Michael.
Coach, thank you for your time. You did make changes to the lineup, but there's still a lot of the regular starting 11 in this formation. What went into the mindset of going so all out in this game? Midweek, have a away game the weekends. What was the mindset behind that? And overall, what would you say you saw from Pittsburgh tonight? Everyone can say they're a lower division team. They're 8th in their own conference right now, but what did you see from them? Because they were holding Red Bull back at times, and they were trying to, annoy you guys. Were they doing well?
Yeah, I mean, look, the first part of your question is simple. We've said over and over again, we said to ourselves at the beginning of the year that we are going to go for it every single game. And if you say that, then that means you don't get to pick and choose. And so we value the Open Cup in a big way. Obviously, we know there are no guarantees ever, but we are going to try to put a team on the field every single game that is ready to go after things, to play our football, to compete, to press, to put the game on our terms, and to try to win the game. And I really believe that when you talk about creating an identity, when you talk about building something, that is the only way. And so, look, to lead into the second part of your question, Pittsburgh are a good team. They have big pedigree, tradition in this competition of beating MLS teams, of advancing to the latter stages of the tournament. They won USL Championship last year, so we had all the respect in the world for them, and we didn't think for 1 second that it was a night where we could just overlook them or overlook the game and think that it was going to all work out. So I continue to say it. We're going to take our ideas, step on the field every single game, and try to go after things. And in all those ways, I'm really really proud of the group and the way that they are taking our ideas, coming together, continuing to grow, and yeah, it's a really, really fun group to work with.
Next, go to James.
Thanks, Coach. Gustav Berggren got his first full 90 minutes of the season today. Very steady at the back. Does it feel like maybe he's found a home as a center back as opposed to maybe his more natural position as a central midfielder? And Rold Mitchell coming off a tough break with the head injury there. I know it's early, but if you have an update on his condition, perhaps.
Gustav is is an incredible professional. It hasn't been the easiest start to the season for him personally, and he continues to come in every single day and he works as hard as he possibly can. He gives everything he has to the group. He is ready in any moment to give us everything that he has. And you know, I felt really bad for him in Charlotte because, you know, we asked him to play in the back that night, and for the first 55 or so minutes, he had a good game, and then he ended up on the wrong side of a play and ends up getting the red card, and so that part, you know, amongst a bunch of other things that night was disappointing. And again, I was disappointed personally for him because he had been pushing and waiting for a chance to then play, and for it to end like that, that part was a shame. In this last period, you know, he and I have had a bunch of conversations to just say, look, we still see him and all the qualities that he has as a midfielder, but given the makeup of our squad and given where we are with a few different things, that there are going to be days in training, there might be moments in games where we use him in the center of the back, and he has been as open as you could possibly be to that, and he was excellent tonight in terms of just understanding what the game needed, how to put out fires, how to take care of plays, how to add his football and allow us to play in a really good way. And so I'm very happy for him.
You had a second part to your question, right?
I'm sorry. Yeah. We're still waiting to, you know, he's doing fine, and we'll continue to monitor and evaluate over the next the next hour or so, and then see how he feels tomorrow.
Everyone, we have time for two more questions. Coach, first go to Steve, and then finish up with Zach. Steve, you have the floor.
How you doing, Mike? Thanks for your time. Steve Pontecorvo from Pittsburgh FC. After tonight's win, it looks like you guys will be facing NYCFC. Are you looking forward to that matchup, your first matchup, all things considered, you being a former Metro Stars player? How much does a derby like this mean to you in the territory we're in here?
We are really excited. Obviously, I've watched the New York Derby from afar. I was at the game here last season, and so I think it speaks for itself in terms of the two clubs and everything that it means when two teams in the same city now play and are ready to go after each other. And so yeah, we already mentioned it a lot, but we're really excited. Obviously, there are important games and there's work to do between now and then. But for sure, when that game comes around, we'll be ready and we're going to be really excited.
I'll finish up over here.
Coach, can you talk to us a little bit about John McCarthy's role on this team? And obviously, it can't be easy for him to play as a backup goalkeeper to not, get a shot regularly. But can you speak to a little bit about his mentality to come in tonight and perform at a high level, when he hasn't been necessarily?
Yeah, I'm really happy for John as well. He's a really important part of our team, important leader, he has a really big presence in the group, and for anybody who isn't playing regularly week in and week out, no, that isn't easy. But John comes in every day. He works really hard. He has a great way with all of our other goalkeepers. He and Ethan have a good relationship where they really push each other. But John, to go with that, has a really good way with our young goalkeepers. And so, really, really happy and excited for him that now tonight he gets his chance and plays very well. made important plays when we needed him, had just a really calm and steady presence, and so that part, you know, when you have a group and you talk every day about the importance of every guy giving of themselves for the team and sacrificing their own well-being, their own ego for something that is bigger, then it's really, really nice and really rewarding when certain guys who don't always have the chance on a weekly basis to get the credit or the recognition that they deserve when they play and make a really strong impact. You're really happy for those guys, and so John absolutely falls into that category.
Coach, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.